Well, Europe is the battleground of a larger conflict among democracies and autocracies. There are several fronts in Ukraine, Middle East, in the Far East, and it is, I believe, in interest of Europe to watch all these fronts are pieces of the same puzzle, same mosaic. Italy is in the middle of this battleground because geographically the Mediterranean Sea it's a peninsula, so everything that is affecting Europe has a direct impact on the Italian national interest. So I believe that when Russia attacked Ukraine, also the national interest of Italy was to defend Ukraine, to defend the stability of the Mediterranean region. And in the same way, when Hamas attacked Israel on October 7, the interest of Italy was to defend the democracy that was attacked in that occasion, to defend security and prosperity in the Mediterranean region. And in the same way, facing the desire of China to change the rules of freedom of navigation in the Far East has a lot to do with security and prosperity of the maritime routes that reach the Mediterranean region. So in reality, it's a mosaic of crises. Italy is in the middle, and the general topic, what we are in, is the global conflict among democracies and autocracies. You know, I've been correspondent, long ago I was correspondent in Brussels. Brussels is the core of Europe, and it's important to be in Brussels, because when the European values are at stake, is it important that somebody is defending them at the core of the European institution. I strongly believe in the European Union and in the European institutions. Now, what is going on since October 7 is that we are facing an unprecedented wave of intolerance, hate against Israel, but in reality it's hate against the Jews. The reality is that I never saw a situation like this in my lifetime. I remember very well what was happening at the beginning of the 80s during the Operation Peace in Galilee. And I remember very well what happened during the Second Intifada, but never I saw a situation like this today. What is the main difference? The main difference is that this wave of intolerance against Israel and the Jews began on October 7 with lack of empathy for Jewish victims. It's legitimate to have empathy for Palestinian victims. Civilian victims in every war, they deserve empathy because they lose their life, their properties. But why to have empathy only for Palestinian victims and not for Jewish victims? Why this is unprecedented? Because since the end of World War II, we knew that Europe had empathy for Jewish victims. Now, what happened on October 7 reminded us in many ways what happened then. A lot of survivors that saw what happened, they recognized the behavior of perpetrators. In many ways, the Hamas people, they behaved like Nazis. They were smiling when they were killing Jews. This is what the Nazis were doing. They were enjoying in killing Jews. Now, how is this possible, that there was no empathy for Jewish victims? How is this possible that so many people that go down the street to show support for the Palestinian victims, they don't do the same for Jewish victims? So that's why we need, I wouldn't say, not only Elnet, but something even larger. We need a movement of people that want to defend European values. To defend European values means that every human beings are the same. You cannot differentiate from this and that. This is why I believe that in this crisis, that is much larger than the Middle East, Europe is at stake.